Why are you gonna start trying to talk now? We come here. Oh, well, your brother's here, but it is okay. Thank you everyone for coming in. Let's go ahead and take down the socials. I'll put them up later. Let me take this down too. This is in front of my face. You guys want to see that? Thank you. This is Edge2 Otaku, aka Edge2 Gaming, aka Elijah 5000. We're here today to talk One Piece. We have the actual chapter for One Piece 1187. I made some predictions. Seems like them some bitches came true, so you can kind of call me the prophet when it comes to One Piece chapters. I have been calling things. Sometimes I get things wrong, sometimes I don't, but hey, the majority of the time it's right, and when it's wrong, you're still fucking welcome. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, I did not change this. Before we start up and get actually into the stream, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors. You guys don't need to see my face for this. If you like fucking edible, delicious ramen, plant-based ramen, the world's first high protein, high fiber, low carb, low sodium ramen, you go to emmyeats.com, use promo code EDGE2G to get $5 off your online purchase. They have 6 fucking flavors. Black garlic chicken, tom yum shrimp. They have spicy beef, spicy red miso, creamy chicken, and roast pork tonkatsu. You can also use their location tracker to see if they're in a store local to you. But if you use Edge2G, you get $5 off your online purchase. If you like Nintendo Switches as I do and you want a fucking customized case, whether it be a anime or a video game themed case for whatever version of Switch you have, go to it, look for accessories, thumb grips, dock cases, whatever, and go and look through these fucking cases, see what you want. Use promo code EDGE10 to get 10% off your online purchase. They're all really fucking cool. They look nice, like they're really fucking cool. They're cool, they look nice. They some have more than others, but who wouldn't want a Gengar case? Who wouldn't want an Animal Crossing to see Tom Nook and all his fucking Nook dealers steal all your shit for no fucking reason? But yeah, go ahead at switcheries.com, Edge2G to get your or Edge2G to get $5 off for Emmy Eats Ramen, Edge 10 to get 10% off your purchase at switchery.com. Now that I've no longer tongue twisted and tied up, it's time to get to the official fucking read. And you know, I like to have you guys see the chapter pages with me. So that means we got to put this up, and then we can go ahead and put up the display. Let's get it in the right fucking location. I'm just having fun today. And we will read. Oh, I need to be over. There we go. I don't need to be anywhere. Let's do that. Again, I'll be reading from this PC. You'll be reading with me. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Now, I did check some things from the last one, or our last read that we had from the TCB scans, and I think you'll like this better. The root of the problem is what this chapter is called. Chapter 1187 of One Piece. Boom, there is Sanji's sister. The reader requests Reiju scolding naughty swans and protecting the ugly duckling by Nebobo D 420 land. And again, these are all Sanji's brothers. Ichiji, Genji, Yanji, and then Mr. Vinsmoke himself, the asshole of the hour. Now we go into this chapter. Loki is fucking shocked. And everybody's like, Loki is stronger than Luffy, yada, yada, yada. He has a legendary Nidhogg, Devil Fruit, Ragnar. But Loki was still dodging Luffy's punch on the Yggdrasil tree. As you see, Imu's got bitch slapped up. Chop, 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 chopped up. Luffy is still rearing to go. And we see he sends him flying with his arm still in Gumu Gumu mode, and Loki right there. Then Imu, slick as fuck, slick as Muzan from Demon Slayer, just leans back to flames, life of their own, fly towards Loki and Luffy as he flies back. And then Loki goes, that was a pretty good shot, I'll admit, but it only happened because of all the damage I put on him first. And Luffy's still in the air. Hey, you're really hurt. Step back and rest a bit. Rest, who do you think you're talking to? Loki says. And then the flames meet Luffy and Loki. Boom. Whoa, Luffy says. Little punk, huh? Loki says. And the deal that I love about Loki is there are a lot of parallels that are through these chapters, especially from Egghead, and Loki really reminds me of Zoro back in the beginning. But we see Luffy, yow, ow, wow, wow. It's hot. I mean, it stings. What is this black fire? As we see Imu barreling towards this nigga again, ready for that ass whooping to be let out because he's been hit. He don't like being hit. And he's looking through his arm. We see the ornament or the bell I was talking about. Now, these bells are typically seen. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. On the top of gates at temples because they ward off spirits. But this right here, he is using to actually bring forth his creation. So, whoa, he looks scary. He looks way scary up close, Luffy says. We're supposed to go to his chest where the sword was stuck. Yeah, as they talk. And it's like the flame split itself on Loki's chest. Now they are getting together. They're trying to follow Imu's order. And he says, damn it, these flames keep spreading as they start inching their way over to the wound on his chest. He says, go, 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 they say. And then we see in Imu's eye, shing, blade of hatred, stigma. And it's like a little, once you read this chapter, get in close because it looks like a little line leading straight from Imu's wing to Loki's chest. And Luffy's just watching as he ducks out of the way of the flame going straight by him, going towards the flame that have went from Loki's shoulder all the way to his wound on his chest. And bam, blast with this fucking flame stigma energy. Then here's what I was talking about earlier. We see the Straw Hats trying to break the ice. Kaboom! What's going on with this thing? It won't even budge. Nothing's working on it, Jinbei says. Is that not ice? Usopp says. What if it's actually a diamond or something? Frankie says. Diamond? As Nami can't hold back her excitement as we see Gunko. But if it's anything but ice, then the woman inside has definitely suffocate. And then, oops, Usopp says to Nami, and Nami says, you dummy, as she hits him. Or there's no, she pulls at his beard. And then we see Brook touches, but if I touch it, it feels cold. Or at least I imagine it would. That's fucked up. Why would you even imagine if you can't feel? Don't be trying to pull our heartstrings more, Brook. We're very sad about your existence as it is now, because he just really want to be with his friends and they all keep dying. And then Nami goes, you can't tell? As she gasps, and then we see Frankie coming over to inspect it as the shipwright. Wait, he's got a point. If I touch it, yeah, no, I can't tell either. Enough of the non-humans. Yes, it's cold, Nami says. Look out behind you, and Jinbei says. And then we see Loki fucking crashing big as shit into the block of ice. Hang on, let me check this out. Hang on, I heard that one too. Watch out. Okay. It's good. Okay. Hush. We're good. Hush. It's fine. I don't need to open the door to see that one. I already got him. Y'all are getting breaks tonight. Hush. So we come back to the block of ice, and he's kind of knocking around, as they say, Kylo, shut the fuck up. Okay? I tried to be nice. I already got the shit. Shut the fuck up now. We're done with the bark. Oh, God. Now they're both barking. Hang on. Boys, in. Take your ass in. Nah, keep going. In. Don't do that shit now. I'm in here. Shut the fuck up. You're supposed to be in, ain't you? Don't be doing that. Because you know you was acting like an asshole. Don't. You go in there. Don't bring your toy in here. Out. Go. Take your toy and go out. You was out there too. Go. Out. Yeah, y'all in there waiting until I come in here and then try to give me them sad eyes. Okay. In. I said, get in there. Get in there. Get. You can bark all you want in your room. It's farther away. All right. Y'all can probably still hear him a little bit. But we see Loki has been hit into the block of ice, breaking part of the branch as the Straw Hats jump out of the way. Then he hits the ice and slides down as Luffy has jumped to a tree. And Nami goes, "What? Look out, his hammer's coming down," as it barrels down towards the Straw Hats. We see it, Ragnar flipping, boom, and then we hear and see Ragnar kind of bing and squeak, squeak, squeak as it hits the ice. Whoa, they say. Loki sitting at the base of the branch. Huh? Did he just go down? He got stabbed through the chest, and we see blip, blip, the blood dripping out of him. Why are you in here? Out. You're in trouble. Go in your house. Into your cage. And then we see Ragnar kiri as it jumps towards Loki. Oh, look, everyone. The ice starts to melt. Whoa! The ice has suddenly begun to melt, Brooke says. Princess Shuri. And then we see Luffy hanging on to the tree. Whoa! As the flame on him starts to get a little bit bigger, Luffy turns and he sees Shing right as Emu is getting ready to do Stigma. Luffy grabs his cloak, flings it off, and boom, Stigma just jettisons from Emu's hand and goes straight for the cloak. Luffy jumps ping, ping, ping from tree branch to tree branch as Emu just sits there staring. Dum, da, da, dum. As we hear Emu's music going off in the background like Suge Knight. We move over to Western Village, Sea Cloud Port. And it shows us where West Village is, the port, which is below the village, branch route where the Straw Hats are in the school library. And it says, Team Zolo, what are you doing here? You're one of the three demons. Straw Hat crew. And this is a back and forth we get between Saint Sommers and Zoro. Saint Sommers says, you were in the village earlier. What do you want? You're going to get hurt. And Zolo says, you're the one who's ruined a feast between good old friends. So forget about it. It's just 10 or 20 kids, that's all, Sommers says. My companion will be retrieving the brats in no time and will be out of your hair. No fuss. Zoro says, fancy. Fancy that. My companion just went towards the village. So my guess is that yours ain't coming back. And this epic fucking spread. Zoro's at the top of this tower, or the top of the helm of the boat, while Sommers is down in the boat, and they're staring at each other. And then Sommers says, yeah, mind if I ask why? And Zoro says, because he'll be dead. Yeah, do you have any idea how on top of our game we are? Sommers says as he tries to strike Zoro. Cling! Zoro's swords move Sommers, what was that, thorn sword to the side. Sommers continues. Hang on, let's see. There we go. Sommers continues to strike, and then we move over to the Western Village. The rain was pouring down as though the sky itself had cracked in half. And then we see again Straw Hats are on the branch 8, the school in the back, West Village, and the port. Okay, let's cover the facts. Sanji says that he lights his cigarette. Problem 1, a monster bigger than the giants has taken the children away. Response, unfortunately, I won't be saving the kids. And that's what his process has come through. His mind has analyzed this situation. He's like, well, I won't be saving the kids. And he goes, problem 2, their wailing mothers are an unbearable sight. Zaza still throwing the mothers around as they try to battle and save their kids. Response, unfortunately, the monster is a woman. I can't kick her. Sanji says. Added note, the giant warriors refuse to give up on taking back their children. And then we see Ripley. Damn it, don't take him away from me, she says. Colin, as she yells and cries towards her baby. And then Colin says, Mommy, I'm sorry, I got caught again. Problem 3, Sanji says. I don't want to see a woman's tears, but I won't take part in the fight. Because, and he's sitting here He throws his cigarette away. I thought he was like putting his finger on his forehead, but he throws the rest of his cigarette away. He says, because you're the root of the problem, as he kicks Sommers' trident, or Killingham's trident. Let's go back. I went too far back. There we go. So he kicks the trident. He says, the giants might lose sight of you, but you can't escape from me, as they break mid-air. Killingham, ha, you're tougher than you look. As they both sit on the side. Killingham is in the air. Sanji's on the side, or he's on the top of a roof, the edge. Sanji goes, I'm putting a stop to all of this. And Killingham says, you fool. There's an entire world of difference between toughness and immortality. And that is why you can't beat me. Even if getting rid of me means that my powers will vanish, I suppose. And then we see them, Zazas, right in the background next to Killingham. So go on and try it. You can eliminate the god of rain. Or can you eliminate the god of rain? Onward, my blustery deity. Take those brats away. Oh, very scary. And then Sanji goes, well, I know what you people are weak against. And he goes, ha 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 ha, Killingham says. What an amusing thing to say. So are you claiming, as he goes in and he strikes Sanji down, you can use the color of the Supreme King? Go on and kill me if you can. And now in this fucking epic last panel, we see Sanji going through the house into the rubble. How do you expect to support your captain, an emperor of the sea? As he remembers Scopper Gaban scolding Zoro, he says, oh, sorry. And he says, hey, Gramps, what about me, Sanji? Says to Killingham, or says to Saint, or fuck, not even one of the Saints, to Scopper Gaban. Can I use Supreme King Haki? You should have the potential for it. Really? However, in your case, for some reason, you possess a streak of masochistic instability. You must be a king, too, if you truly want to make Luffy, and Sanji's thinking a king, the king of pirates. And then Imu says, thou art, Joy Boy. And it says, king of the world, Saint Nerona Imu versus emperor of the sea, Monkey D. Luffy. And Luffy goes, quit calling me all these different names. I'm Luffy, the man who will be king of the pirates. To be continued, the end of this chapter. Let's go over this. Let's go back to the beginning. The beginning was really Luffy going from base Luffy and his strength there to Gear 5, and also taking Loki out of the battle to get Shuri out of the block of ice. So we covered that. Next thing is Chopper may come around, because, I mean, he may still be with Scopper, may be close to these guys, but he should come. Kylo, you're about to go in again. Why are you not in your cage? Badass little boy. I think Loki's about to get healed and eat and then rejoin the battle, or we're going to see specifically Chopper and Scopper talk more about Sanji, and then we'll get more of a battle between Sommers, because this was just a standoff in the first clash between Sommers and Zoro. Sanji really started getting it in. He assessed the situation and started fighting Killingham, knowing if he fights Killingham, he'll stop Zaza. We're going to get Dory, Brogy, and the rest of the giants still trying to fight Zaza, but actually Sanji unlocking his Conqueror's Haki, and Zoro actually fighting Killingham. Do we get more between Luffy and Imu? I think this is going to be like last chapter. We're going to start with Imu and Luffy and then go towards them next chapter. So this has been chapter 1187, the official read. Sanji, we've been waiting this whole time to figure out what Scopper Gaban had told him, because it like swiftly cut to the Sun World and Brook and those guys, and then going back and forth. Then we got Luffy now Gear 5, getting ready to see how he stacks up against Imu, what Imu thinks, because he's calling him Joy Boy now. Is there going to be a distinction made? And then Zoro and Sommers. Sommers, his buff, he's going with Zoro right now, so he's not a piece of shit like he was before, because Zoro could have cut through him like Scopper Gaban did. So join me next time as we dive back into One Piece chapter. We should have the brief spoilers for 1188 coming. So we will hit that next, and we will talk more about what is going on in the world of One Piece. How are you guys feeling about this chapter? What do you think? I'm loving what we're getting, because it's just more lore for Imu. Connection to Joy Boy. We're getting to see how the Knights of God do with the power of buff, because really from what we heard from the Roger Pirate, Scopper and them, they used to beat their ass all the time. So this is nice to see that they aren't as weak as we perceive, and even if they are, Emu can buff them up. But again, if they die, that does take a toll on Emu. So there's a lot coming in these next few chapters. Remember, I will have the link of not only anywhere spoilers come from, but also the native Japanese speakers and their description and translation of the actual manga, and getting the actual manga firsthand. There's things that can't be translated or is misinterpreted, and they see this all the time. They just want to bring us the full contextual meaning of One Piece. So this is your place to get that for the brief, full spoilers, TCB scans, and live read of One Piece chapter by chapter, week by week, right here, Edge2 Otaku on YouTube, Edge2 Gaming everywhere else. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be back with the brief spoilers for 1188, because there was no break, and we're getting ready to see what's going down next time on One Piece. Leave your comments and thoughts in the descriptions anywhere that you watch, and make sure to share or subscribe. And if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription every single month. I use it. Use it here if this is the place that you like. If not, look at the channels that are on the bottom of the page on twitch.tv/Edge2 Gaming, and go help and support my friends. Thank you guys. I'm Elijah 5000. I'll catch your ass in the next one. Peace.